Okay, today we're making chicken salad. This is really a tasty recipe, I think. And it's a lot easier if you use these prepared chickens from either Costco or Sam's. They're $4.99, and they're very good. I used to make chicken salad, and I would poach a whole chicken for an hour or so, and that just made it a lot more complicated. But like I say, this just makes everything a lot simpler. So what we're going to have is the chicken, and then we have mushrooms. These are canned mushrooms, they're bits and pieces, and water chestnuts. Water chestnuts you can usually find either in the canned vegetable section of the grocery store or sometimes in the Asian section. And they come either sliced or whole. If you get them sliced, it's a lot easier because then you don't have to slice them yourself. We're going to use just a little bit of cayenne pepper, some diced celery, thyme. Thyme is optional. You can use thyme, tarragon, any other seasoning that you want. A little bit of onion, like I say, some celery, and soy sauce, and salt and pepper. So I think the first thing we'll do is get this out of the way, and I'm going to prepare the thyme. This just came out of the garden, and if you don't have fresh thyme, you can use preserved thyme. But if you have it fresh, you just take the leaves off by going against the way that they grow. And so I'm going to do all of these. And then I'm just going to chop this, break it down a little bit. And then the celery. Celery is nice because it adds just a little bit of crunch. So I'm just going to sort of finely chop this. And then I'm going to add a little bit of onion. If you have red onion, I like that because it adds a little bit of color. I don't have any, so I'm just going to use white onion. And again, I'm just going to finely chop this. Then the mushrooms you want to drain. And it's important to get as much of the water out of the mushrooms as you can. So what I do is, after I've drained them, I just put them in a paper towel and just wring as much of the water out as you can. You'll see they're going to release a lot of water. But if you don't do this, your chicken salad is going to be quite wet. So you can see how much water I got out of there. And then I'll just take them out of the paper towel and separate them. And the water chestnuts, I'm going to do the same thing and drain those. And again, I'm just going to put them out on a paper towel to, again, try to get as much water out as I can. Again, I'll separate those. Okay, now for the chicken, I've just got another board out here because the board gets rather messed up. And what I'm going to do is take as much meat off of the bones as I can. And take the skin off. But you can see you can just kind of pull it apart with your hands. And then take the skin off. Now I think I've got most of the chicken off the bone, so I'm just going to kind of roughly chop it, and this is totally up to you is how big you want the chunks. If you're going to use it as a sandwich spread, you probably want it chopped a little bit more finely. If you're just going to eat it as a salad, the bigger chunks will work fine. Then after I've cut it like that, I like to kind of pull it apart, sort of shred it. And I think that's pretty good, so I'm just going to now put it in this big mixing bowl. Okay, so now I'm just ready to toss everything in. So I'm going to put the thyme, mushrooms, water chestnuts, and some celery. Again, the proportions are really up to you. And then I like to mix that up before I put the mayonnaise on. And a little bit of soy sauce. This adds a nice sort of oriental flavor. I don't know, a few tablespoons, quarter of a cup maybe. Salt. Pepper. And then I like to give it just a little bit of cayenne to give it just, oops, that's probably more than I wanted. And then let's stir it up again. And then the mayonnaise, I don't know, it's maybe half a cup, but just maybe a cup. Depends on how much it takes to get the consistency that you want. And there you have it, chicken salad, make a sandwich with, or put on a bed of lettuce. So, makes a great lunch.